Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, I've showed you the unboxing and installation of the sexy buttons. And in today's video, we will be continuing with reviewing these buttons after 1 week of use. So what we will be covering today, I will be talking about the interface of the app. I will be talking about the sexy buttons themselves, where did I play them, and what am I using the sexy buttons for. And I will also be demoing the smart actions of the commander. Last but not least, we will also be looking at the interface, like the dashboard interface, because the app comes also with a dashboard interface that you can use while driving. That's also super useful, and I think it's a really nice add-on of the app itself. Are you ready to start? Let's go! We just have set up our sexy buttons, and now I will show you how to set up your main screen of your sexy app. So once you access the sexy app, you will reach this main screen. From here, you can add some shortcuts that can make your life easier if you want to see different stats of your car. The guys made a really good job, so they added different layouts. As you can see, we have plenty of layouts for everyone. I personally like this one because it has 6 things that you can see, or 6 actions that you can do, and it also gives you an indication about your speed. So what we will do now, we will be adding our shortcuts. Well, I want to add some stats. To be honest, I will be talking about the actions as well a bit later, but now let's go through the stats that you can add. So you have here 4 categories, as you can see: drive, battery, temperatures, and power. What I would like to do is I would like to get some insights about my battery. So I will be displaying the remaining capacity. I think that's really useful. Also, during my trips, I want to see how much battery do I have, and if I'm able to reach a specific charger. Then below I will also add another stat, and this is related to the drive, and that would be my actual range. I think that's a really good match. Right, save statistics. Then I will be using this to see what is the temperature of my battery. So I will be using this one, the battery temperature, which is quite useful, especially when you are heading to a charging station. You want to make sure that your battery temperature is high. And let's talk about actions. You have dozens of actions here, as you can see, from opening things. So basically these are more or less the same that we have as actions for our sexy buttons. If you recall, in my previous video I did a short tutorial on how you can set up your buttons, and what I will do, I will be adding one action related to the charging, and this is the battery precondition. So as you can see, we also have a nice tutorial on what every icon means when we are using this specific action. So here we have 4 options, and I will be adding this one because I like it. If I'm not going to a Tesla supercharger, and I want to go to a fast charging station to be able to charge fast, I really like this function. It's really useful, and I recommend you to use it as well. In this way, your car will be ready to receive electricity at maximum power. And what else? These two, I will be using this for the power. So I want to see the powers for both engines, like the front inverter and the rear inverter. So whenever I will be using my car in either chill mode or standard mode, I will be able to see the power. I wanted to talk a bit about other things that you can do here in actions, because the enhanced team really brought it to the next level, and they did some really nice tweaks with their last update, especially the winter update. So those tweaks can be found here under traction control. You have drift mode and drift mode pro. The difference between them is that the drift mode pro puts all the power on the rear, so you will really be drifting like a pro, disabling regen braking as well, and auto emergency braking, and disabling any kind of traction and stability controls. Of course, I do not recommend these features to be used on public roads. These are just for entertainment purposes, let's put it that way, on private roads. Honestly, I never tried this. I did not have the opportunity to try it. I will be going on a snowboard trip soon, so who knows, maybe I will find some snow and I will be trying this at that location. But yeah, I did not try this yet. I just saw some videos, and I saw that indeed these features are really fun. Again, don't try them on public roads. So the difference between them is that the Pro disables the power on the front motor, so you only have rear wheel drive, and you can spin much faster basically. We also have these, which are really useful, and I really want to test this one, the off-road function. So the off-road basically helps you to distribute better the traction. According to their videos, more power it's being delivered to the front wheels. That means that you can get rid out of the snowy roads, and you can climb more efficient some slopes. So when you want to go somewhere up on a snowy road, you can literally do this by enabling the off-road feature. And of course you have the toggle button that will toggle between all these modes. Most of them are being active only, or most of them can be activated only when you are into park. This is also explained here, so make sure you are following the instructions highlighted by the app to be able to activate this. So I'm just gonna save this. So now, as you can see, we have everything here. The commander already took the data from my car, so now I have 288 kilometers of range. So if we look here, we have 52% battery, which is translated in 289, if you can see it. So it's really accurate. I could say that this one is even more accurate. The one that you see in the Commander, it's even more accurate than what you see on the dashboard. What else? So we have seen these quick actions or quick stats that you can see on this dashboard. Honestly, I'm not really using this one while I'm driving. So maybe I'm using this when when I want to see something while I'm stopped at a supercharger. That's the reason I also put these stats only in this dashboard. But again, that's up to your preference. Maybe if I would be living in a snowy um, condition, so in a country with snow conditions, I would have used that drift mode pro more often, or the off-road mode, but unfortunately it's not the case. As you can see, it's raining outside, so no chance of snow. um, so yeah. Next I will be showing you the instrument cluster display, I want to call it. This is super useful when you are driving. To show you the instrument cluster that comes with the Sexy app. So once you have this app installed and the Commander installed, of course, you can view many things on this dashboard. So first of all, on the left side, you will see
Red light camera ahead.
the average consumption of your car. Then on the center, you can see the speed, of course, the acceleration percentage. So now I just went to 0 because we are stopped, and the regeneration and the driving now mode. We are currently in chill. On the right side, you can see the power in kilowatts and the torque in Newton meters for both rear engine and front engine. As we are now in chill mode, we will see the power only for the rear engine. As you can see now, we just accelerated, so we are the power is visible and the torque as well. And once we will be braking, meaning now, you will see the regen going back in the engine. If I'm gonna move to sport or to standard mode, you will see that the power goes also for the front wheels, and now the regeneration as well. Well, more to the back wheels and more for the front, and less for the front wheels, of course. You can also activate different things here. So as you can see, we have here these active, and you can also activate the stats for nerds. So the battery capacity, selling for temperature and power. But honestly, I really like it more simple. So I like to go with all of these off because it makes the dashboard quite heavy, and you are missing the important things which are on the middle. So yeah, I like to deactivate these ones. I really like this dashboard because it offers you some good information. And before, I have to reckon, I was kind of missing a bit the like the front view. I was missing this kind of display. Uh, I also forgot that you will also see that battery percentage here, the regen um, type. We are in the highest regen mode at the moment, uh, and also the gear. So we are now into the driving mode. If I'm gonna move to park or rear, you will see there the changes reflecting accordingly. On the bottom left side, you will also see the lights. So now it's quite it's in the evening and we have our lights on. Um, and this is really visible as well. And also when we are braking, as you can see, on the bottom side, the red, it's flickering. That means that um, the stop lights are active. Also, when we are turning the signal, as you saw, um, we have the left and right flickering in green. That means that we are either turning left or right from the stalk. So just to make you a demo, we do here a left, and you can see it on the screen as well. I really like this, and I'm really hoping that the enhanced team will come with some additional features for this dashboard, because I think it's super useful for the ones that want to have a screen behind their wheel, and they didn't get used with the idea that you will only look at the central tablet from the Model 3. Now I will talk a bit about the commander, because besides the sexy buttons, you also have some smart actions in this commander, which are super useful. So let's see what smart actions we have here. So we have door handles, kickdown, auto off, continuous autopilot, the one that the main reason I bought these for, the lights, presenting door, and scan my Tesla, and security. So let's go one by one and see what can we find here and how we can customize this one. Door handles. I already activated this one. So you can assign a specific action for your door handles. So in my case, I assigned the action of opening frunk whenever I press, I do a long pull for my driver's side door handle. I will also make a demo video of this action, of course. You also have the option to use the front right handle for your frunk. I don't think that's quite convenient, in my opinion. Maybe for the ones that are driving in the UK, so their steering wheel is on the other side of the dashboard, and you have also the open or unlock the charge port, and I've selected it as well. It's super useful whenever you are not charging at a Tesla supercharger, because otherwise you will have to go in the car and press the charge port function. That's of course unless you don't have an action set on your sexy buttons for that. This it's of course in long pull set, and also only when the car is unlocked. This is super important, and I think yeah, it's really important to have this checked. Also, you can set the duration of how long you need to do the long pull. In my opinion, 3 seconds it's a decent one, because if you do less than that, you might accidentally open either the frunk or the charge port without your wheel. So 3 seconds is quite decent. Let's test the long press for our driver door in order to open the frunk. As you can see, the frunk is closed. I cannot really open it, and I'm just gonna do a long press. The car opened, and the frunk opened as well. Let's just close this one, and let's test the function for the charging port. So I'm gonna long press the rear door, left rear door, and the charging port just opened. Just close it, close this one, and enter the car. Kickdown function. it's already set up. That will mean that your car will jump from chill mode to standard or sport mode when you press the accelerator pedal for more than 95% of its capacity, and it will come back to the chill mode if you press the brake pedal. Okay, so now we will be hitting the highway and we can also do the test. As you can see now, in chill mode, only the rear wheels are powered. So we have rear wheel drive, and by accelerating hardly at 95% by pressing the acceleration, we will see that the front wheel will be running too, and we will jump into sport mode. So I will do that in 3, 2, 1, go. As you saw, both the front and the rear are pulling now, and we have much more power. And to deactivate or come back to the initial state, we just have to slightly press the brake pedal. So I gently press the brake pedal, and now we are back into chill mode. Auto off. That's super important, and I have both of these functions activated. So whenever you start your Autopilot, as you know, the lights and the wipers are on the auto mode, and this function forces the computer to disable the automatic activation of the wipers and the high beam. So you can basically set up the wipers and the high beam to your liking. Continuous autopilot, that's really useful whenever you are on the highway. What will this function do? So basically the Tesla will reactivate the autopilot after you do a lane change on the road or complete a turn. I will be showing you how this works as well. Super useful on the highway, and that's basically the main reason I bought these sexy buttons for. You can also set up a time for this function to activate. I believe that 3 seconds is super decent. I've tried with 2 and 1. I've experimented them, but unfortunately, if you do that, you risk not being able to reactivate the autopilot because your lane change was not complete. So 3 seconds, it's super decent, and I think that's the sweet spot for this function. You can also adjust the minimum speed for which this function to be enabled, and for me that's 30 kilometers per hour. Anyway, I'm using the autopilot only when I'm out of the city, so it's really really not that important, but it's nice to have if you plan to use this autopilot or lane change also in the city as well. Alright, today we're gonna demo the functionality of the sexy buttons. This is one of the main reasons I bought these sexy buttons for, and the functionality is called continuous autopilot. This functionality allows us basically to drive only with one hand on the highway without us being forced to double press on the stalk to activate the autopilot when changing lanes. And I'm gonna do a short demo. Now this functionality is off, so when we do a lane change, if we want to activate again the autopilot, we need to double press on the stalk. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna activate this function, and then we will be able to change the lane and activate the autopilot without us pressing or double pressing the stalk. I'm gonna go in functions, activate the continuous autopilot, click yes, and now the continuous autopilot is active. We also have two other options. We have the activation timer, which I like to have it set up for 3 seconds, and we also have the minimum speed limit for which this function is active, and for me it's 30 miles per hour. Okay, once we have this enabled, we can demo the functionality. So what we're gonna do now, we are on the lane and we want to change the lane. And now you will see that by doing the lane change, we won't have to press the double stalk. So as you saw, my hand was here, it didn't touch the stalk. I will do again the lane change, so we can demo it. As you saw, everything worked perfectly. So this is super comfy when you are driving on the highway and you want to have your hands free. It also makes the driving more relaxing. We have the lights. That's a really sweet function. This basically enables you to activate your rear daytime running lights. The daytime running lights are very useful, and I used to have that on my previous car, so that's the reason I activated the function. I always keep my lights settings on auto, so make sure that you are putting the lights on auto to be able to use this function. Presenting doors. That's a beta function. Full disclaimer, I do not recommend using this in public places because I've heard some reports of users saying that the door was opened without their will because the car took the Bluetooth signal of their phone. Full disclaimer, I don't recommend this one. But I have an indoor parking and this function really works. So what will happen, the car will know that you are around by picking up your Bluetooth signal, and the door will pop off when you are approaching the car. I will also make a quick demo of this function. Again, use this on your own risk and make sure you thick the sensitivity to complex. That means that only if the phone is passing through all the proximity zones of the car, the door will open. Alright, so now we will be testing the presenting door function of our sexy Commander. My phone is here, which is the key of the car, and with the other hand I'm filming. I will put the phone in my pocket. I will keep this hand in front of the camera all the time. Of course, with the other hand I'm filming. And let's see, once we are getting close to the car should detect us and open the door. Yep, as you can see, the door is open, the car is unlocked, and now we can access the car. Scan my Tesla. I disabled this function because I don't have the Scan my Tesla, but I understood that this function works really well if you have another app that can be used to read your data from your car. And the security, I've enabled this function that will allow my phone to be the only one connected to the Commander. So as it says here, if enabled, the Commander won't be visible via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for new connections when there is no one in the car. Really useful. I highly recommend to enable this one. So now I will show you how did I put my sexy buttons in the car and the reason for doing so. When I brought these sexy buttons, I wanted to have them as hidden as possible. So I wanted to keep the OEM look of the car because I like this minimalistic look. So I try to hide them in the car, but in the same time I wanted them to be at the edge of my fingers so I can use the functions while I'm driving. The first button is right behind the wheel on the left side, so it's here. And why is that? Because this button is basically replacing the stalk. One function, one press activates the normal traffic aware cruise control, and double press activates the autopilot, and the long press basically adjusts the speed according to the speed limits that you see on the navigation system. The second and the third buttons, they are right here. If you can see them, they are right below the armrest. And why did I place them here? Well, they are super handy. I can reach them easily. So if I'm driving and I'm holding my hand here, so I'm basically driving with the left hand and holding my hand here, I can activate both of them. The right side is for my wife and the left side is for me. The right side enables music, climate control, and the heated seat. And the one in the left enables the glove box compartment, the toggle 0.5 wipers, and also next song from my playlist. As for the last button, I'm really in doubt on where to put it and what functionalities I should add to it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any ideas on what shortcuts I could use for this one. I was thinking at two options. The first one is to add open trunk, also opening the charge port, and the third function should be something like maybe open the frunk, and I can put it on the interior pocket on the driver's side. So that means that I will hide it here somewhere, so this should be very well hidden. But I'm still in doubt. The other option would be to put it in the back. So basically to put it in the back for the passengers that are sitting on the rear seats. They could use it for the climate control or the heated seats. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and what do you think it's the best option or the best use for these buttons. Some final thoughts about the sexy buttons. I really like the app. It's super intuitive. It's super easy to use, and you also have frequent updates. That's super important. At the end of last week, I had the last update. I will put in the video how this went. So everything went super smooth. So the commander was updating in a couple of minutes, and you could use everything again. The enhanced team recommends not to use a car during the update, which makes sense. But again, they are not pushing you for the update at a specific time, so it's up to you when you want to do it. I like the functionality of the sexy buttons. I already used them for 1 week, so everything works as expected. Having everything on the left side of the steering wheel, it's great, and it's super relaxing, especially when you are driving on the highway. The enhanced team is super supportive. They also have a Discord channel. They also are super responsive on other platforms like Instagram, Facebook. They also respond really fast via mail. So making the decision of going with them was an easy one, because they are super good and supportive with the product. So that's one of the main factors that motivated me to go with them, and I'm not regretting doing so. They also have another product, which is the sexy knob. I was in doubt between the sexy knobs and the sexy buttons. The main reason I did not take the knob was because, as I said, I wanted to have something that is as OEM as possible. So I wanted everything hidden. For me, all the buttons are hidden, so I want it to be that way. Maybe I will go for the knob in the future. That's a super cool thing, and it basically sits on the center console, and it offers you a lot of functionalities as well. But it's not for me at the moment. If I would have chosen the knob, I wouldn't have been able to adjust the speed and activate the cruise control from the left side of the steering wheel. So for me, that was another criteria. But also be aware that if you get the sexy knob, you will also get the commander, right? So you will benefit of all the functions of the commander, so all the smart actions. So any option you do, it's good in my opinion, and it also brings some superpowers to your Tesla. So I think it's a really good accessory, and I don't regret buying it at all. You can also order the buttons or the knob by clicking on the link down below. I'll also put it in the video description. Don't forget to hit the like button if you think that the information that I've shared was useful. Also, have a look at part 1 of my video. I'll make sure I put it on the screen as well. This is basically showing you how to install the commander that's applicable for both the sexy buttons or the knob. The installation is valid for the Tesla Model 3s after 2021 with the Ryzen processor. So the installation is the advanced installation, which is on the right front side, close to the glove box compartment. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the notification bell. In this way you will be the first one to know when I'm posting new videos. Also, if you plan to buy a Tesla, don't forget to use my referral code down below. This will give you 3 months of free enhanced autopilot at the time of creating this video. This option is worth 3,800 euros, and I think it's super useful to have it for the first 3 months to see if it's for you or not. By clicking on the referral code and ordering a Tesla with the referral code, I will be also getting some points. What I want to do with my points, I want to transform them into supercharging kilometers. This way I will be able to do more videos for you and come with some useful insights from the road. So don't forget to use that whenever you are ordering a Tesla. It doesn't matter if it's my referral code or any other referral code, but please use a referral code before ordering because this gives you some major advantages. Once again, thank you guys for watching. A new road trip vlog, it's coming, so I'm super excited, and stay tuned.